Base W protected titles argument. We love protected titles. Let's start now. Let's scrutinize. What are the criteria to call yourself an engineer in Ontario? Yeah, it's actually crazy that no one's called him on this, man. Computer video engineer, whatever you want to. What? I don't understand. How did no one figure this out? The engineer can't put a new battery in his smoke alarm. Are you kidding me? Crazy argument. Crazy point to drop 26 minutes into the video. So, guys, Nikandros. Mutahar and Noxtaku A-Log video creator has just put out a new video called Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years. Now, I haven't seen really any of this so far. But when this video came out, I woke up sort of like mid-sleep, if you know what I mean, where you like wake up and you go to sleep. I woke up mid-sleep, I saw this video on my phone, and I was like, oh my god, Nikandros has like plucked the idea out of my head. I said ages ago, way back in the Mama Max stuff, when I first covered Mutahar, and I was saying I hate Mutahar, and I've hated Mutahar for years, finally the opportunity to talk on this guy about how much I hate him. I said, all of his tech and cybersecurity stuff sucks, and he's a total retard. And I feel like he must be inflating some of his credentials or something, but I just have no way of looking into any of it. So I am so happy that now Nikandros has done the work and made a 40-minute video going over exactly what is going on with Mutahar's tech credentials, calling him a fake engineer. Now, I know I've heard Mutahar claim stuff like that he works with machine learning and stuff like this, which always sounded very dubious to me. But I'm excited. I'm excited.
Welcome. I'm Nikandros. If you've been following Some Ordinary Gamers or Mutahar's behavior the past year or so, you might have noticed that something is up. He quits Twitter suddenly, causing people to panic, and then rejoins Twitter quietly months later. He says he won't buy a Nintendo Switch 2, and then instantly buys one when it comes out. There was even that time he disavowed his longtime friend, Noxtaku, but then he took the video down and apologized. Apparently he overreacted to a video criticizing him for watching lowly hentai with Noxtaku, and not for anything else.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
That's a video I'm still working on, and this video you're about to watch right now is a little appetizer I've cut out of its body of research, because it was getting too bloated as it is.
So, a little appetizer I've cut out of the body of research of a larger video. This is a 40-minute video, Nikandros. Bro, this is one thing I feel like some video essay creators, especially sort of like first like 5 videos, is like no understanding of scope. Like zero understanding of scope. Where it's just like, I'm going to do a video on Mutahar, and then it just endlessly expands and expands, and they keep finding more shit they want to talk about, when really it should probably just be one cohesive argument, and then you should move on to a different video and make a different argument about the same person. But hey, far be it from me to tell Nikandros how to make his videos, okay? The other ones were good. So. I think that might have happened with Rao a little bit. And there was something, I thought there was something chat I was going to respond to. Oh, saying the voice is rough, Jakey. Yeah, it's because he's Finnish. It's because he's Finnish. He's like Spurdo Spardy, you know?
It is. Anyway, despite saying he would quit drama, not only did Mutahar return to drama, he decided to join forces with Ethan Klein to go after Hassan Piker. It's an odd choice because Ethan doesn't exactly have the highest opinion of Mutahar.
Do you have the part where Mutahar runs outside with a gun?
I don't, but...
I'm like, dude, these people are insane. Boogie's not even the craziest one in that room still. There's a point where Mutahar goes...
It's not just because he's Finnish.
Oh shit, is someone stealing my car? And he runs outside with a gun. And then he comes in 30 seconds later and goes, oh no, it's chill, it's just my brother.
Oh my god.
Like, this pseudo badass weird fucking shtick he's doing is not it. And frankly, he's so mean-spirited and nasty, and he has this weird thing where he needs to act like cool and that he's so successful and rich. He tells Boogie, dude, why don't you upload more? I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. I think he thinks his real job is being a day trader. I might be wrong about that, but I mean that's.
Dude, that's crazy. If Mutahar said that he's a day trader, that's crazy.
But like, yes, it is. Shut
that's
up,
absolutely
bro.
insane.
Uploading every day. Ugh, I really got turned off by Mutahar in that one, man.
Well,
Really
Ethan and Mutahar realize they can use each other. Facts.
Mutahar is a poser, and he lies about having a job outside of YouTube. Those are pretty heavy accusations, but...
There is just a coalescing of total scumfuck content creators right now around the idea that basically there should be like way more censorship.
Who has the time to watch through over a decade of videos and streams to check if he's telling a consistent story? I certainly don't, but I know a much faster way of achieving the same end result with only a few hours of effort. I can just search all of his video transcripts at once for certain keywords and timeline the claims he's made.
I play video games and scratch my balls most days when I'm not working. I wake up, I scratch my balls, I do my job, and then I fucking play some video games. I wake up, scratch my balls, play some Mass Effect, make a video, and like do some of my stock work, and that's it. I wake up, I scratch my balls.
What an awesome guy with his canned line that he repeats every time.
And I play some Mass Effect, okay? I wake up every day, I do my job, I scratch my balls, I play around with Linux, some video games, and that's my life, dude.
Before we get into it, isn't this stalking? Isn't this a violation of privacy? No. I am going by information Mutahar has made public through pieces of media he's voluntarily published on his YouTube channel, or public media appearances he has consented to. I'm also using information from a video that shows his LinkedIn page, which is something he seems to be cool with. He can do whatever he wants in his private life, but if he's claiming to be a doctor or an engineer to make his perspectives more valuable to an audience, validating the truthfulness of these claims about his life become a matter of public interest. If a history channel was receiving undisclosed funding from a foreign state, publishing that information would be in the public interest, even
not
if that
doxing, guys. Not doxing. This is newsworthy.
Privacy.
Not doxing.
Violating
This is
someone's
newsworthy.
privacy to humiliate them by exposing their porn browsing habits would not be in the public interest. But I haven't gone there, and I don't need to. I also completely disavow and denounce any kind of harassment or actual stalking behavior. Based on my findings, Mutahar has consistently claimed that YouTube isn't his job.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube. YouTube is not my job. 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 I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
He works a regular 9 to 5.
Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home,
Wow.
I cut together the video that I
What an
recorded
awesome
the
normal
night
guy.
before, or 2 nights or
What
whatever
an
before.
awesome, normal, down-to-earth guy. Don't you just want to watch this guy's, like, subpar tech news videos every day now? Because this guy's just so down-to-earth and normal.
And I post that on the internet. It is a therapeutic,
Totally not a
fun thing for me.
pathetic
So what is that
rodent.
job? If you ask Mutahar's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert, an IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said day trader. There seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this definitely real job that Mutahar has. Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer. So I'm an engineer. I'm just an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm just a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
Engineer.
As an engineer. Being an engineer, I don't have to tell you as an engineer. I'm just a dumb engineer as an engineer. My engineer asked, but as an engineer, so I'm just a fucking dumb fucking engineer. Like I can tell her, like I'm an engineer. But I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, as an engineer. I'm saying I'm the #1 engineer as an engineer. As an engineer. All right, as an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
But there's multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
Yeah, I'm something of an engineer myself.
Computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
And I'm just like a computer engineer by default.
Like, I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a fucking computer engineer. You want to talk about cyber warfare? I'm a computer engineer by trade. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. No, I'm a computer engineer, okay? I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer.
In the United States, people throw around the word engineer like candy, but in Canada, it's a bit more protected, especially in Ontario where Mutahar lives. Now, I do want to give the disclaimer that I'm not a lawyer or a Canadian. I'm just a guy
Canadian protected titles? Let's go.
who looks stuff up online, and based on what I've read, it's actually illegal to call yourself an engineer if you are not a licensed engineer. The Ontario Engineering Regulatory Body, Professional Engineers Ontario, claims to take offense to even titles like software engineer being used instead of software developer, but they do make an exception for terms like train engineer, broadcast engineer, or sound engineer, which are not professional engineers in the same way that a computer engineer or a civil engineer would be. Calling yourself a computer engineer to a public audience is like saying that you're a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer. You might as well call yourself a doctor or a therapist. For Mutahar to be a licensed computer...
Base W protected titles argument. We love protected titles. Let's scrutinize. What are the criteria to call yourself an engineer in Ontario? What does Mutahar do? Does it? Let's hear it. Let's fucking hear it.
For him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer or an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training, and to pass the National Professional Practice exam. If he had just a degree,
even just for a computer engineer, even just to call yourself a computer engineer. Yeah, it looks like it. I think so.
He could only call himself a computer engineer graduate. This is where things become a little bit difficult, because Mutahar is apparently not just a computer engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works.
Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot. But as an engineer, yeah, I'm going to call him an idiot because he does do idiotic statements.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
a computer engineer is very much a real thing, but a video engineer or a broadcast engineer isn't a real professional engineer. While computer science graduates often work in software development, sometimes called software engineering, computer science isn't an engineering discipline. So computer science engineer doesn't really make sense. Cybersecurity engineer is once again using the word engineer as just a job title. Mutahar clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. And he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
But I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay? If you want to disagree with me, feel free, but you're actually wrong. As somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance, hearing Elon talk about computers and anything code related is actually mind-bogglingly stupid.
It's not clear what kind of an engineer he is. So, what education does he have?
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, like, I picked engineering as, like, the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So, he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge. Yeah, well, I did computer engineering when I fucking went to college. That's what I did.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh, he dropped out after a semester.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
You're calling yourself an engineer and you never finished university? You're a dropout and you're saying you're a computer science engineer. You better have some crazy professional credentials. Your professional credentials better be fucking nuts. Let's hear it. Come on,
Mutahar. I'm not going to dog on, like, school. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to learn to be if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field, you need to go to university, okay?
You need to go to university to be an engineer. But Mutahar is a dropout. He has no degree.
Were you a computer science major? Yeah, that's what I went to for college for a little bit, dropped out of it, I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm like some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no. No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound biased because, as an engineer, like, you want to get the degree that's gonna get you a job, a good job. Not saying other degrees can't, but, like, you gotta be smart.
Sometimes he says he didn't always want to be an engineer.
My biggest thing was I didn't really want to be an engineer anyways. Growing up, I didn't
yeah,
really
it's actually crazy that no one's called him on this, man. It's totally crazy. Dude, how do rats like this skate by for so fucking long by just being milquetoast ass fence sitters? So fucking annoying. God, I hate these fucking reptiles, bro.
I actually wanted to do law. I didn't go through law. Honestly, I didn't even want to be an engineer when I grew up. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer for the longest times.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So, like, being a former engineer, like, I virtualize, like, everything, so I, like, contain shit. And
Even an ex-engineer.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer, for 10 years.
I wanted to share sort of my engineering background with you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, alright, before I went into this shit. I know this. I also like to mess around with technology. I myself used to be an engineer before I went to the video editing route.
Mutahar started his channel in 2012, the same year he turned 18. By video editing route, he means that he switched careers after his channel began taking off.
And the interesting thing about this whole YouTube stuff is it actually made me change my...
I don't do YouTube as a job. I'm an engineer. Oh, that's quickly falling away, isn't it? Dude, the fucking high horse this guy has tried to ride for fucking... I don't do YouTube as a job. I'm an engineer. Fucking rat. Absolute fucking rat.
My entire career choice. You know, I never really thought of myself as an individual who... I mean, I expressed talents in film production and everything, and... You know, I never really threw myself into it. I did stuff on the side even before YouTube as well. But this really changed me, and it made me more passionate in the whole, you know, video production side too. So now that is my field of choice. Now I work as a video editor. For those of you who don't know what I do outside of YouTube, I do that. I work as a video editor for my own post stuff.
All the programming, cybersecurity, penetration testing work he talks about early on are jobs he supposedly did before he did YouTube, and he didn't like doing it.
Before this, I was a depressed individual, and I was going to go through a certain set path in my career and just go through that and move on, right? And there was a point where I really didn't think there was much else. I was going to go through the motions and everything. And then, you know, to cut down on the stress, and I still have stress issues nowadays, but, you know, back then I had a crazy amount of depression and stress issues. And so to counteract that, I decided, you know, why not do YouTube? And so, you know, one night I went onto the Google Create account and did it, and you know, and then we started making videos. I told you guys, I'm a guy who used to code bank applications, really boring shit. Now I'm a dude who cuts stuff together. Alright, who edits stuff, you know, who does stuff for film, TV, all that stuff. And I can't stress to you all how important that is to me. And you all have inspired me to go out and chase that dream. You all inspire me to fucking sit in front of my computer and make a video when I have some off time, and I fucking love doing it.
Baby Mutahar liked to edit videos, and after starting YouTube, he switched careers from computer engineering to film and television, and this is where his actual education comes in.
I worked in film and TV before I still don't have a fancy fucking degree, okay? And there you go, I filmed it, alright? I used my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013.
Dude! Even this is misportrayed.
I used my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013.
That's not a film degree, bro. That ain't a film degree. I'm sorry, even a film degree is not impressive. Why would you try and work up your fucking vocational diploma to being a fucking film degree? You got a vocational diploma in production. Not a fucking film degree, dipshit. Sorry, 1 second. Fucking crazy.
And 2015. If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned anything about it. Not a single slip. Mutahar was never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013 or 2012.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years, like fucking for eons at this point, right? Like in internet time.
What he calls him being an engineer is something he did for only a little bit.
I can imagine, like, for families, like, I mean, just an Indian family alone, it's like, son, you've got 3 choices for what you're doing, all right? You got 3 character classes, doctor, engineer, or maybe a lawyer, all right? Like, that's it.
So, you know, I did not, well, I did one of them for a little bit, and then I just pretty much stuck to, you know, this life now.
Imagine if you worked as a mechanic in high school, and 10 years after quitting that job, you're still introducing yourself as a mechanical engineer. From 2015 to 2020, he claimed to primarily work as a video editor.
That's because I'm a fucking editor in real life anyways, so... Ever since I became a video editor, and that was my job in life, I work as a video editor. You know, that's my job.
By trade, what I do for a living is video editing.
I wasn't always a fucking video editor. Am I a fucking passionate video editor? Do I like my job? Yes, I do. My job is video editing. I'm a video editor by trade.
No, I'm video editor. You know, that's how I pay for the strip club and the home.
And initially called himself a video engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works.
It's not a real engineering job, but he was still calling himself an engineer. In 2019, he conflated being a video engineer with being a computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer, so I really a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those.
Computer, video engineer, whatever you want to... What?
Those people, so...
Again, totally different qualifications. One is an actual professional engineer.
Yeah, so when he's saying video engineer, he's using that basically like you would use sound engineer, right? I don't think they really ever call them video engineers, do they? I don't think it would ever be called a video engineer. There's never a role that's like video engineer. So totally absurd to pretend that's the case. And your 2-year degree has not even degree, sorry, your 2-year vocational diploma has nothing to do with engineering. It was what, cinematography and video production. That's not fucking engineering. You absolute sped.
The other is a job title. In 2020, Mutahar claimed to be an exceptionally
not that sound engineers are real engineers, it's just, yeah, exactly, it's just what they call it because, I mean, they're coming up with audio solutions, you know? They set up the speakers and plug shit in and try and get it right with the acoustics. It's like kind of engineering in like a very, very loose conceptual sense of what engineering is. I don't think the argument for that kind of engineering definition fitting videography is videography, yeah, is like absurd.
Successful day trader.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, you know, general second profession of mine is day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee, you know, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, what, 11 or something, and call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's something that I've been doing for almost a year, give a couple months, and it's definitely a very, like, it's a fun part of my lifestyle. I'm a very mathy guy. I do a lot of calculations in my head. I lose money, but I generally have an 80-85% success rate, and that's just the nature of this stuff.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
My job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job is.
But he was still an engineer or a computer engineer. Apparently his dad calls him an engineer who knows computers.
I'm sitting in the room, it's like, when it comes to computers, do you talk about it with my son? Do you act like an intelligent person? Because my son's a fucking engineer, okay? If I'm wrong about computers, I'm gonna believe what my son says because he's the fucking engineer, not a doctor. Like, fucking insane, dude.
But he also just sits at home and invests money.
I invest, that's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have. When asked by guests on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but like, do you do computer stuff on the side,
no,
or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like, I buy property and I invest, and that's all I do now.
You're at that point now, you're that big of a baller, Buddha?
No, I wouldn't say it's like baller, it's just like,
Do you do programming? I don't know why that took me 3 different ways to ask that.
I do it, it's more of a hobbyist thing now for me, personally. I'm trying to, like, work around with consoles at this point, like, reverse engineer shit.
I'm trying to work around with consoles at the moment, like reverse engineer shit. You know what he means by that, right? You know what he means by that, right? He means he goes and downloads the fucking homebrew channel for his Wii, and he goes and fucking installs ROMs on his Wii. That's what he means. That's all he's saying. That is literally all he's saying.
Look, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but like you do. So do you do computer stuff on the side, or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like I buy property and I invest, and that's all I do now.
You're at that point now. You're that big of a baller, Muta.
I wouldn't say it's like baller. It's just like
Do you do programming? I don't know why that took me 3 different ways to ask that.
I do it it's more of a hobbyist
Doing
thing
like
now
he's
for me
rubbing his
personally.
arm,
I'm
talking
trying
about
to,
it.
Work around with consoles at this point, like reverse engineer shit that I have.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a great point. I haven't showed the tool yet. Guys, great time to remind you. 560 people here, 69 likes on stream. Some of those 500 people, and please move the cursor thumbs up and clicking it. Or pressing thumbs up on your mobile device. That'd be huge appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through the stream elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat, which will highlight your message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or gift that we highlight in chat, then I'll subscribe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. No, I'm not on camera, so I'm lazy as fuck right now, okay? We're chilling.
So, that's what I'm into now. It's just like it all has become like a hobbyist thing for me at this point. Like, just, like, for me, I look at it, it's like woodworking and shit. Like, those woodworking channels, I'm like, oh, this is just like me sitting down for 2 hours, like, killing time and, like, working on a long-form project. But, not something that I would ever care to ever be bothering doing again, even as a career path. It's just too stressful. Sure. It's like boring, well, compared to anything that we do now, you know?
In 2023, he's calling himself an engineer a lot, just like before. But in March, he claims he just invests money again.
Were you into business before doing YouTube? No. After, like, you know, I worked and then it's pretty much like my job. Like, I worked and then now I have enough money to, like, you know, buy property and, like, invest, and that's pretty much what I do.
In August, he gave the impression he still worked as an engineer.
All right, as an engineer, if I show up to my office and I fuck up...
Dude, this is so muddled. What is his actual career here? What is the setup here? Is it just lies? Is he just straight lying? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Don't randomly ban me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, I don't have a job anymore.
But then he also mentions working at his own company that does asset management and property development.
At our company, like not YouTube, but outside YouTube, like when it comes to our main work, property and everything, like our like asset management, property development, stuff like that.
So before YouTube, Mutahar did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him to call himself an engineer. Between 2013 and 2015, he's studying his videography diploma. From 2015 to 2020, he's a video editor, and from 2021 onwards, he's a day trader, investor, and eventually the CEO of his own.
Turns 18 in 2012, Humber College diploma, 2013 to 2015. Video editor for 5 years. Being a computer engineer for the first time. Okay.
His own company that does asset management and property development. He's also calling himself an engineer the whole time. We already know he's not an actual engineer, but is he actually a business owner? Because there's some weird inconsistencies in the things he says about it as well.
As a boss, and I don't know, like, this is gonna sound like
as a boss
cold,
okay,
but
man.
I don't make jokes at the office. I don't make any fucking.
Fuck me, man. Holy shit! I can't fucking stand this guy. I can't fucking take it anymore, man. People actually let this guy ride for so long, man. If you have any sense, you can immediately pick this guy out as a complete reptile piece of shit. Fence riding reptile piece of shit who is clearly playing up his level of knowledge on almost every topic he talks about. There are glaring issues in his videos. And yet for so long, people like this are allowed to ride. For why? For why? For why? I don't understand. How did no one figure this out?
jokes at an office. I am not this kind of Mutahar, okay? So to explain what kind of person I am, like at the office, I'm just like, how's work? What are we doing? What's the plan for today? Like literally, it's as matter of frank as I can be. I don't partake in jokes. I don't do any of that fucking shit. And if I see fucked up jokes, you know, which I haven't seen, I stop that shit right there. I always have to, like, you always have to be professional at your office. And sometimes you come across as like a deadpan motherfucker, but it's better to be deadpan.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Nikandros, even I'd said that, you know, he was kind of like a fraud in terms of his videos. But obviously, I had nothing to go off of to say that he was completely lying about all of his background. Which it raises an eyebrow when he says he does, like, machine learning and shit like that. Do you have it in here, him saying he works with machine learning? Where did he say that? I can't remember now. I could have sworn at some point he said something like, oh, I work with machine learning.
Then, you know, turn your office into like what I mean is like I never would have my office turn into like frat house workplace. Like it would never be a frat house.
He would never allow his office to turn into a frat house. But 8 months later...
To be fair, like, there is a betting pool in amongst, like, my office friends, because we do talk about, like, which gig streamer's dying first.
Yeah, and,
Isn't that pretty fratty? Isn't that a fucked up joke?
And if I see fucked up jokes, you know, which I haven't seen, I stop that shit right there.
Maybe he just sucks at maintaining a professional culture. Could it be possible that Mutahar has been faking having a job all along? Doing daily uploads while being a CEO 9 to 5 is a pretty busy schedule, as Ethan said. When he was on the Unsubscribed podcast, Mutahar made sure to let everyone know he works 9 to 5, and that he's a very serious businessman.
Legitimately still have a 9 to 5.
Yeah, I have a 9 to 5.
Dude, he works in hours and hours. That's what, like, this is why I respect it. How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact
3.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple 9 to 5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about Q4
yeah, I'm the CEO of our own company. Like I'm the CEO of like our own group. We do a lot of
I hate this group. I hate this podcast.
Like property and like asset investment around.
Everyone's just scum, man. They're all just scum. Everyone's I'm holding Caulfield pilled. Everyone's a fucking phony. Everyone's scum. Fuck them all. It's just like literally everyone I see, I just fucking despise. It's not everyone. There's some people I like Pisco. Pisco I will never hate. But this is just like when you just see shit like this, where everyone in this room is fucking awful, and they have this just like awful fucking Skinwalker ass setup too. They're fucking big size Funko Pops of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, All Might, their fucking Deku figurine. Bro, you need to be wiped off the internet. We need to just take your podcast down, state action to remove your fucking content from the internet. Donut operators' content needs to be taken offline. Brandon Herrera needs to be... I don't even want to talk about Brandon Herrera, frankly.
Different businesses. You were talking about Q4
yeah, I'm the CEO of our own company. Like I'm the CEO of
Right.
like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live. We're getting into construction and everything too. So it's like for us, like our job.
And then everyone involved with
a
them
9 to
too.
5
Everyone involved with them is just scum too. Like Mutahar and Tectone and all these people. Just
every day.
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like I upload it every day.
Jesus. This is why exactly, and why I always.
He really loves bathing in that praise, but it's not enough. He needs to flex more.
Well, that's like the algorithm
It's like,
tell,
what?
right? Like when you're like an engineer and somebody's like, "Man, why does the algorithm keep feeding me?" I'm like, "Bro, what's the last 10 things you watched? Gay porn? It's probably gonna give you the 11 videos." I'm just saying.
Driving there, we were talking about cybersecurity because that's what you went to school for. You're like
when you're an engineer, you can figure out that the reason someone might be getting recommended a lot of gay porn is because they're viewing a lot of gay porn. That's the sort of analysis that you need to get a 4-year engineering degree to engage in.
Homeboy's very smart. That was you do actually business, and then YouTube is a
YouTube is always
thing.
like the secondary side gig. It's
Then he brags about his charitable donations, and we see behind the curtain how uninformed Mutahar actually is.
like for me, it's like the receipts. If I could tabulate them up every year, you know, like like during COVID, I probably gave away $200,000 of charity.
Dude, what is this like a Deadpool plaque and this awful gay fucking tacky Tetris light? Dude.
And it was like out of my personal accounts. I don't write any of this off for
This
taxes
is possibly the
because I don't
worst
believe in
set I've
writing
ever
off
seen.
Charity for tax. I
This
think
is
it's
actually, this is the worst set I've ever seen.
shitty thing to do.
Writing off charitable donations is a shitty thing to do. How? Why? All that means is that the money you donated is tax exempt. It means you can donate more money to charity, as Brandon Herrera says.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do. Well, for me, it's like
the more money you can write off, the more money you can keep from the government and spend it better, you know, putting it toward more charity.
The money that I
How can you be the CEO of a company, a serious businessman who knows his shit, but you don't understand basic accounting?
You want to talk about social battery, like 7 is...
Yeah, he's doing the whole retarded gay... Oh, charity actually lets you make more money. It's okay.
When I get up, I got to be in meetings every fucking day. My work day doesn't end until like 4 p.m. That's when I get like a chance to open up the Premiere Pro project file for the video, and I get to work on that, and then I get to upload that a day later. Like, I don't believe in days off. Like, I literally can't believe in a day off. Like, I'm always like jittery because I'm like, I want to do work. Like, I really do like enjoy doing work. Like, any day that I don't feel like I do my job, fucking cry about it. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
He works till 4 p.m. every day and cannot take a day off. However, he seemed pretty happy to take a day off to watch a video game commercial from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on a Thursday.
I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably the best part of doing YouTube content creation, is reading the comment sections of what a video has to offer. You know, as a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video. Because I'm somebody that likes lurking internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
This guy has a wife, he's a CEO, he works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily. How do you have the time to read YouTube comments from random people? Check this out.
You should be an upstanding, good citizen, okay? I wake up, I do my job, I come home.
Time to read YouTube comments from random people. Check this out.
You should be an upstanding, good citizen.
Engineer can't put new batteries in his fucking smoke. The engineer can't put a new fucking battery in his smoke alarm. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
YouTube comments from random people. Check this out.
You should be an upstanding, good...
Apparently you had chirps all throughout December 2021 and January 2022.
Good citizen, okay? I wake up, I do my job, I come home.
Many of the instances where Mutahar says YouTube isn't his job are from videos where he rants about how unstable YouTube is as a job because of their never-ending policy changes. These things supposedly don't impact him. He does YouTube to relax,
He's not a safety
but he's
engineer.
always obviously upset in these videos. He consistently paints himself as a hard worker.
It sounds like you worked really hard in high school. You're talking about taking night classes, doing community...
Dude, you're a dropout! You're a fucking dropout!
Service, like side jobs on the side, like...
Yeah, no, it's blurred. But yeah, I'll help you understand.
He has this insane work ethic, but he's also curious about how Destiny can get so many things done.
I noticed that you do like a lot of canvassing, like you actually go out of your way. You've launched your own like podcast with like other people, The Bridges, and it's like, what is next really? Like, how do you kind of manage all that too? That's the other big thing that I kind of wanted to come into, because it's like, it really feels like you're a one-man show, but you're doing like a lot of shit and you're managing it pretty well.
Destiny's too lazy to cook for himself. He's not the workaholic with an excessively tight schedule he can never pull back. If Mutahar's stories about himself are true, he should not be impressed by Destiny at all. Mutahar also often claims that he's an immigrant and equates that to him being poor.
Not exactly the most perfect, like, logically sound point, but it makes total sense to anyone that knows what the fuck going on.
Or his family being poor. He will say his father had to go through medical school twice, not recognizing the privilege of being able to go through it even once. You don't need to come up with all these hardships you've been through. Everyone can already see your life is a struggle. You're not white, and you still can't say the N-word. He's got...
Dude. Crazy argument. Crazy point to drop 26 minutes into the video.
You don't need to come up with all these hardships you've been through. Everyone can already see your life is a struggle. You're not white, and you still can't say the N-word. He's got this other larp about not buying anything expensive.
It doesn't get worse.
Very rarely
it doesn't get any worse.
Am I trying to pay full price for any of this computer crap? You don't need to, alright? I don't overspend my money on crazy computer chairs. I think whatever I can get at Costco fits me fine enough. As far as my peripherals go, I have some SteelSeries headsets, keyboards, and a Logitech mouse, which I think is really awesome. If anything, I overspend on my monitors.
He's so frugal, but he also owns a luxury diving watch worth almost 10 grand. If you have an easy life because you were born to a rich family, just enjoy it. If you're rich, just enjoy being rich. Improve your production value, get some acoustic treatment, get some monitor arms. Show your audience that if you work hard and succeed in life, you can have nice things. Why not? So, was Ethan Klein right all along?
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
I'm not going to claim that Mutahar has absolutely no jobs beyond YouTube, even though the things he says about his business are very vague and inconsistent. However, he has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade, benefiting from the prestige, the authority, and the credibility that comes with that label. You don't call yourself an engineer dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer.
So, the video is called Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years. It feels like we've basically proven that. So, what could possibly occupy the rest of this video?
As a cybersecurity expert, or as a cybersecurity engineer, as he called himself.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer...
But when he assisted Nuxtaku in tracking down the V-Shoujo swatter, he fell for a basic social engineering trick, where the swatter, who was a minor, pretended to be one of Nux's...
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, the fucking V-Shoujo prank shit that Nox completely fucked up. That blatantly Nox did the absolute wrong thing in that situation. V-Shoujo management also shitty, and we know they were even shittier before now. But there is absolutely no reason to fucking pin it on the fucking VTubers that were getting swatted and shit. They were absolutely not the ones to blame, and Nox did retarded shit.
Nuxtaku in tracking down the V-Shoujo swatter, he fell for a basic social engineering trick, where the swatter, who was a minor, pretended to be one of Nux's fans who knew the swatter in real life, and fed them
Yep. Dude. It's so crazy. This whole thing, you don't go into that deeply? Dude, it's so crazy that they got away with this. Turkey Tom has a shit video about this as well, by the way. Turkey Tom has an absolute dog shit video talking about the Nuxtaku V-Shoujo stuff, where he is just completely fucking blatantly wrong. Like, actually sounds like a fucking idiot. Like, he should be forced to watch that video on a stream and just explain why he sounds like such a fucking idiot in that video, other than being a 15-year-old.
Nikandros recorded this on a mic set up in front of a well in his basement that he keeps Somali immigrants in. You can hear water dripping if you listen closely.
Basically, so here's, thank you for $10. Here's what happened in this drama. Some swatter goes around and starts messaging independent VTubers with like a spoofed or fake V-Shoujo email address, saying that they're going to, offering contracts basically to try and get people's doxes. And Nux gets one of these emails and obviously realizes that it's fake, and so starts working with Mutahar to try and, you know, like counter-dox the swatter and get info on the swatter. And all I can't piece together the whole thing. The swatter only contacted 2 people, I think. Well, they claimed he was doing it to other people as well, right? But I don't know if they ever proved that. But basically, the V-Shoujo management gave Nox, basically said, Nox, you're allowed to release the video if you want. We don't care when Nox asked them. But the girls weren't consulted. Like the V-Shoujo fucking actual VTubers. And they all came out after Nox dropped this video blowing up this swatter, being like, yo, this isn't a good idea. Why are you giving attention to people doxing and swatting? That is literally as bad as it gets. And it turned out, basically, yeah, Nox and Mutahar had basically been tricked by this swatter into thinking that there was going to be, like, police action imminently or some shit. And so he drops this video thinking it's like, oh, this guy's on his way to prison, and basically claims that in his video. And then the next day, the swatter goes live and is, like, ripping on Nox for the fact he's not in prison, isn't going to prison. And, like, goading him and shit. It's, like, totally insane.
Bunch of bogus information.
But Turkey Tom's video is like, oh yeah, Nox totally owned this doxer and swatter, and all these ungrateful cunts didn't... I'm pretty sure that was on YouTube, no? Wasn't there was like a video? Nox... I swear there was a stream that we saw. I'm just Googling. I haven't been able to find anything live. I might have to go back and look.
VTuber Nikandros says that VShojo didn't pay her for a sponsored stream when she got swatted. She left the agency in 2023 and claims VShojo had failed to pay her for multiple deals over several years. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I actually knew about this. I actually knew about this years ago because that stream that she got swatted, the person that swatted her was the person that tried to swat me that I helped VShojo actually get arrested. Okay? I don't think you are aware of this. I don't think you are...
This is like yesterday. He's claiming this person got arrested. Is there any evidence they got arrested?
Again, personal Nux...
I could have sworn this was a thing. He went live after. This swatter guy went live after. I could have sworn that was a thing.
The reason why a lot of the VShojo girls were so upset about my video calling attention to this swatter is because I think a lot of misinformation was fed to them by the VShojo company, but also because that swatter actually swatted Nikandros. I never said this publicly because I felt like it wasn't actually appropriate. And, you know, it's not my information to deliver or release. I never do that. As you know, I don't actually release private information, generally speaking, unless I think it's actually important. But this is actually a thing. And Nikandros actually called me after the drama to basically tell me and express her headspace about the entire situation and why she was so, like, easy to be triggered by everything, because she was actually swatted, and it's fucking horrible. It really is. So she, whatever. I don't want to get into details. As you know, private information remains private. I don't release anything publicly. But that...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they never showed anything to suggest this guy went to prison.
I appreciate the random fan who was in that Discord server that actually contacted me and reached out to me about this stuff. Oh my god. You guys are legends. Honestly.
VShojo's cybersecurity expert knew this was bullshit. The cybersecurity engineer did not. Mutahar doesn't do drama content anymore because it's all needless negativity, and YouTube isn't his job. However, he still weighed in on the pirate software drama after videos about it began going mega viral.
I don't know if I ever said about Turkey Tom's video. Anyway, Turkey Tom's video completely whitewashed Nox's involvement and basically said the VShojo girls being hysterical and they were stupid cunts. That was basically the whole thing.
Insight is Mutahar the computer engineer who knows...
Could Mutahar be engineer then? Disavow, of course.
Thank you for the stream elements, Tony. Thank you.
Knows all of this shit going to weigh in with.
No. Right now, as a video editor...
Yo, thank you, Connie Blast. Connie Blast. In the chat. Hooking us up with the VTuber drama. This is that guy's name. 1728. Yeah, we watched this video. That was it. I remember. This stupid fucking Eastern European bint. Whatever the fuck she is.
The incident and showcase.
Yeah, VTuber says he got me arrested. See?
How he had in fact tricked Nux.
To all the kids in my comment sections threatening me like, you're gonna get what you deserve. Nux Taku didn't deserve any of this. Like, nothing even happened to him, first of all. And I didn't do anything to him. He made up the story just to get views on YouTube, so I want to see you guys do something. Like, you guys are literally fucking harmless. If you're gonna threaten me, at least, like, keep your word and go through with it. I don't know, it's just a laughing matter, because it's literally so funny. Are you guys gonna do something to me or not? It's been 2 days, and I don't think anything's gonna happen to me. Fucking harmless vet huggies. Alright, bye guys.
It is unclear whether or not this.
So, yeah, when Nux claims, Nux is still claiming he got this guy arrested. He got this guy put in prison. Show evidence. Show evidence. He's come literally in the last couple days, he got this guy put in prison. Show some evidence. Because as far as anyone can tell, you fucking retards got duped by this doxer and swatter, put up some stupid fucking videos about it, and been lying about it for years. Absolute scum, man. Absolute fucking scum.
I do more engineering now, so back-end programming for effects work. I'm working on a new codec for video right now for H.265, so we can actually transmit better video quality at higher resolutions. I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point later on. So I've been designing an AI toolset that basically you can inject, hopefully, you can inject into like video tools, and this is gonna be like video games or whatever, right? So it's like, let's say that Microsoft backwards compatibility, right? So I had this tool idea. This is kind of what I got going in my head. So I have this idea, and I hope to one day sell it to Microsoft, right? So what I do is, since I have a really good video background, right? I've been designing neural stuff around it. So what I want to.
So I swear he said something about machine learning. I swear he has said something about doing machine learning. I'm telling you, I've heard that from him at some point.
Background, right? I've been designing neural stuff around it. So what I want to do one day is, you know how Microsoft has backwards compatibility, right? So would it be really fun if I could design a way that Microsoft could take the textures in their video games, right? So they could take the textures mapped in their video games and find a way to AI upgrade them. So like basically use a fucking photo AI, like basically use an artificial intelligence that can scan across, you know, all these textures and just fucking upscale them to like 4K, 8K, whatever they want to go to, and make games look better without needing, you know, developers to make it better, right? That could be an idea for me. It sounds simple on paper. Obviously, it's very, very, very fucking time consuming to make it even as effective as you want.
He knows how to program video encoders. He knows graphics APIs and AI tools in 2019. What does he know in 2025? What can he add?
One of the code bases that we're looking at over here is this falling particle. Now, there's a lot of numbers that are being dropped in here, and one of the things that you'll tend to see in Pirate Software's code is magic number abuse.
Nothing unique, nothing new, nothing that Coding Jesus didn't say in his video, which Mutahar keeps mentioning.
There's nothing wrong with having shit code, right? There's nothing wrong with being bad at it. I'm not a fucking great coder either.
I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point later on.
But I'm also not claiming to be this crazy fucking guru hacker expert in the world.
Yeah, for the past 10 years you've been claiming to be an engineer, a computer engineer, a computer science engineer.
Nikandros, he didn't literally claim to be the best at it in the world, okay? Surely he might have claimed a protected title that he doesn't have the legal right to claim, and lied by omission, or sometimes blatantly lied about either his position, work, or background. But he didn't say he was like literally the best person in the world.
Yeah, you fuck with code.
Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
You do programming as a hobby, but when it comes to showing your knowledge, you only know the basics. Now you're here judging someone for inflating their credentials. At least Pirate Software's lies didn't break the law. At least he actually worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
True, lock him up.
Ego, you gotta be able to match it with the skill. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that skill is all the way there. Unless that skill is making a whole lot of spaghetti code. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it, I am out.
Man, what a great way to end a video. Let's check out some of those comments. We love reading the comments from regular commenters like Mr. Obvious. I wonder what he's into.
Mr. Obvious says, "My feel win, I might as well be all for." And then we see some lolly here, featuring some underage characters. Here's 2 more drawings of underage characters posted by Mr. Obvious. Kinda strange, isn't it? Mr. Obvious says, "Boys heart emoji." And then underneath that, we can see a photo of an underage girl.
Dude, I an IRL friend who used to watch Mr. Obvious. Like, not like, well, didn't agree with everything he was saying, but they were like a commie. And then we just watch all of Mr. Obvious's videos. Very strange.
Is pulling anal beads out of her anus using her feet. That's quite the talent.
Oh.
Let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
So, that was my appetizer for my upcoming video. Given his inconsistent stories, Mutahar is either lying about his job and business, or he tells really pathetic made-up stories about them to sound more interesting. Once again, I am not a lawyer. It might not be illegal for Mutahar to lie about being an engineer, but by any reasonable definition, he is a total fraud. He has no computer engineering degree, or even a computer science degree, but he still presents himself as an engineer, a computer engineer, or a computer science engineer. He is not trained in this field, and he is not employed at these roles. He is a self-taught hobbyist, a dilettante, not an engineer. Despite admitting that he hasn't been an engineer in years, not that he ever was, he continues to introduce himself as one, letting his audience's imagination run wild and conclude him to be far more qualified than he actually is. It does not matter that he seldom admits to being a former engineer or that he hasn't been an engineer in years. The bigger picture that he's painting to his audience is that he is a licensed, actively practicing engineer, which, based on his own statements, isn't true and cannot be true.
Max is the thinnest skinned bitch that I've ever seen when it comes to taking actual criticism on the platform. There is a way back from the mistakes that he's made. It just involves being a man and taking actual criticism to account and realizing that, yes, your entire career was a lie. Maybe it's time to turn that around, but he doesn't really want to be doing that. He wants a win when he can't even carve one out.
Mutahar has been telling this lie for 10 years. This lie is almost too old for his friend Nakstaku to masturbate to.
Oh god, oh no, oh no. Mousy, what, you recognize these numbers?
What do the numbers mean, Mousy? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
Click on it.
Tell us!
I've never even pondered the thought that we could have lolly and guro and bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
On the topic of recklessly allowing the audience's imagination to run wild, what do you think about this clip?
Oh, what? Bro.
Video of a real child. You're joking, right?
I don't even know what that was.
That was some kid just sent you a video of them shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
It's a funny coincidence that the last time I reminded Mutahar about his own country's laws, it was about him watching cartoon child porn with Nakstaku, not realizing that in Canada, it fits under the legal definition of child porn.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
He tried to ignore it for months.
So, yeah, dude, even the plausible deniability of, oh, I can't help the kids engage in my content. You're playing videos from kids in your audience on stream.
But then Hassan Piker drew attention to my video. Mutahar panicked, and he threw Nakstaku under the bus while obfuscating his own culpability. The hit piece didn't land, so they settled everything in private and still lie about what happened. Why did Mutahar make a 40-minute hit piece where he condemns someone over and over again? No reason. It was just a goof. And oopsie, he's not hiding anything. There was nothing incredibly immoral and disgusting that he was aware of and tolerated for years. Something he would condemn any other person for. But in this case, he swept it all away. They also were not the only ones who knew about it and stayed quiet. The truth will soon be revealed. Remember to subscribe to see it when it drops. Next time, things are gonna be a little bit different. One more thing.
At least where I live, in the okay, I don't want to like dox myself through this.
As just a public service announcement, you shouldn't make it a habit of mentioning how far a certain location is from your house.
I actually called up a EB Games near my place, probably like minutes away.
Because of caption searches, every instance you've done it over the years can be found in seconds, giving potentially dangerous people the ability to triangulate the location of your house. Mutahar's fortunately only done it literally once, right after moving into his current house.
Now, of course, just to add further context, this house is like
minutes away from the...
Now, I'm sure Mutahar's lying about the travel time estimate here, but just don't say anything like this. It sets a really bad example to other creators. You also shouldn't show a picture of yourself somewhere and forget to censor all the names of the stores, even when they are at an angle. I'm not
doxing you, but if I were gonna, this is how like someone might go about doing it, Mutahar. So you might want to clean this up.
IT guy, but I know how to do this.
With the random landmarks in the background, with just the assorted world landmarks in the background. Where can it be?
Oi, you have to pay for that, young man. I'm a fucking computer engineer. I don't care.
Okay. You're exhibiting some of the most obvious signs of undiagnosed ADHD I've ever seen. I know you've claimed you don't have it in October of 2024, but I have reason to believe that wasn't something confirmed by a doctor. I'm very certain you don't know what it is. Trust me, I'm an ADHD engineer. Okay. Just the most invasive, creepy LV video. Did he also work for Blizzard? In the amount of scams. Finally, someone points out how full of it he is. Huh? Wait, Muta claimed he couldn't go to the mosque anymore because of the Noah Samson video and how his community looks at him weird. Come on now. Noah Samson got a huge sway in the Canadian Muslim community, apparently. Does anyone actually even believe Mutahar ever goes to a fucking mosque? Bro, you have not been to mosque since you fucking moved out of your parents' place. Be totally honest now. Jesus, man. What a lying piece of shit.